Glenn Thore had a special connection with his wife, Barbara Babs Thore, on My Big Fat Fabulous Life, and he's honoring her in the sweetest way. He has been coping the best way he can since his spouse passed away, but there isn't a day that goes by that Babs isn't on his mind. Thankfully, Glenn is surrounded by family to help him weather the storm and keep her memory alive. Glenn's daughter Whitney Thore, in particular, has been by his side and doing all that she can to help him move forward. Babs was a staple on My Big Fat Fabulous Life and the glue that held their family together. She suffered from a stroke in 2021, and it looked like she was on the road to recovery. However, Whitney shared that Babs had another one in November 2022, ultimately leading her health to decline, and she passed away on December 7, 2022. It's been a painful loss for the Thore family, but despite it all, Glenn's love for Babs hasn't wavered, and he wants the world to know. Glenn Thore is keeping Babs close to his heart. My Big Fat Fabulous Life star Whitney shared a day out spent with Glenn at the Georgia Aquarium. They had fun visiting the aquarium, seeing all the animals and learning interesting facts about them. From enjoying breakfast to strolling through the aquarium and checking out all the exhibits, Babs was right there with Glenn. In Whitney's post, she featured Glenn and his reactions to the animals, but Glenn's special shirt is what really stood out. He wore a white t-shirt that said Babs in capital letters, and each letter had various photos of Babs that spelled out her name. Glenn wore the shirt proudly, proving that true love never dies. Glenn Thore is taking it day by day. My Big Fat Fabulous Life fans have been worried about Glenn and how he would get through such a tough chapter of his life. It hasn't been easy, but Glenn is taking everything one day at a time. Thankfully, he hasn't had to go through any of it alone, and Whitney has spent a lot of time with her dad making sure he gets out of the house. From swimming at the pool to working out at the gym, Whitney ensures that her dad doesn't feel left behind or forgotten. Recently, Whitney shared a heartfelt post about Babs honoring her mother in her own special way. Instead of letting grief divide them, Whitney and Glenn have developed an even stronger bond since Babs passed away. When My Big Fat Fabulous Life returns, Babs will be truly missed by all, but hopefully, the father-daughter duo will continue finding a way to make it through. Source: Whitney Thore, Instagram.
Love in a modern world is fake when love was meant for joy too. When I find you, I realize that somehow we lie. Love in the modern world, it is fake when love was meant for joy. I know that he heard you. Your 5 inches of heart is human. Can you be sure? No.